Hello, and welcome to Boomer and Beyond Wellness and Have It Your Way workouts. Today's deep dive is into the exercise known as the straight leg raise. And the accessories we'll be using today will be a sticky yoga mat, an exercise loop. I have preset my ankle weights to 5 pounds each, and also a pillow. Now, this leads me right into the medical disclaimers, precautionary measures. So, the exercise mat and the loop are made from latex. So if you have a latex allergy, you want to look for non-latex or latex-free. And if you're medicated or not for hypertension, you have GERD or vertigo, well, you folks can feel free to use the pillow the entire time because it is suggested that when we are on our backs, that's in a supine position, which is face up, that your head be slightly elevated. If you have lumbar spine impingement, herniated discs, or even sciatic pain. So all of these issues I've mentioned are chronic concerns. And as you know, Have It Your Way workouts and all of Boomer and Beyond Wellness really is dedicated to those who have chronic concerns. So if you have any issue whatsoever, and even if I haven't mentioned it, please, you're all invited to preview the video before participating. But look for what you can do. And if you're not sure, then I would suggest inviting the medical healthcare practitioner who knows your body best to preview it as well and then help you make an informed decision. Now, a couple of tips about an exercise loop. Number one, I'm going to hold it up in front of a light and I'm going to scan it. And I'm looking for any little tiny pinhole. And if there is one, I'm going to discard that item. It could also be a TheraBand or a Dynaband that you knot and use as a loop instead. Whatever, I would not work out with that item if there's a hole in it because it hurts when it hits the skin. It snaps, and I've been there, did that. What else can I say? All right, so now let's talk about the muscles that are involved here. We have the rectus femoris. This is from your quadricep muscles. We have the TFL, also known as the tensor fasciae latae, the sartorius, the hip adductor longus muscle, one of the inner thighs, but another muscle that helps with that action of doing hip adduction, which is going toward the midline of the body, is the pectineus muscle. And we also have two muscles making up the hip flexors, the iliacus and the psoas major. Now, the activities of daily living that are benefited by this exercise would be a very simple act that many of us take for granted, but for some, it's a big time challenge. It's lifting your leg to put your shoe on. Yeah, so it's very challenging for some. Getting in and out of your car could be an issue. And then a wonderful sport that a lot of us enjoy is soccer, and this benefits from a straight leg raise. And it benefits hip stability and mobility because we're strengthening those hip flexors. Now, some reminders for the work today. So you want to be reminded to drink water whenever you're working out. Now, this is not a workout, folks. This is a demonstration of one exercise. But when you are working out on your own, it is advised to drink water. And however, if you have been told with kidney or bladder issues, not so much with the water, you follow that protocol instead. Also, feel free to stop and rest whenever you need to, but you're not invited to quit. So rejoin the work, even if it's just for one more repetition, because this is how you will get stronger. Now, in the community tab of the channel, you want to look for an RPE chart, a rating of perceived exertion chart. It's a scale of 0 through 10. It's subjective, but it's really quite helpful for those who are taking certain medications like beta blockers. Maybe you have a pacemaker. If you're brand new to strength training or brand new to exercise, or maybe you don't know how to take your heart rate. And it's just a wonderful tool to use. So between 3 and 6 is our goal for this channel. Also in the channel, actually within the community tab, I have a really cool article there about how to do a straight leg raise from a company called Very Well Health. Really great article. And also there is a female image that the muscles that are activated are highlighted in red, also very awesome. And I'll provide you with some reference screenshots from the video as well. Now, within the channel, there is a warm-up and a cool-down video, just one video, and you can interchange the movements. And it's there because it is advised for those of us 55 years and above, 55 years, to warm up for 10 minutes prior to any workout. Now, how we're going to handle today, as always, we're going to work on one set, and a set is a group of 8 to 15 repetitions, at least that's my suggestion. And so the first 5 repetitions we will execute without any accessories. And then the second round of 5 will be with the exercise loop, but also we're going to bring in the pillow for that, for those of us who aren't medicated, who don't have hypertension, we don't have vertigo or GERD. The pillow is going to be very helpful for your lower back, though, when we use the exercise loop. And what else to tell you? Yes, the final 5 repetitions will be with the ankle weights. So let's begin the work here. I'm going to swing around, and let me move this. 3 ways to come down onto your backs. The knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. So what I'm doing is holding onto the back of the thighs. You can lower down 1 elbow at a time, or you can roll down. However, I don't advise the rolling down for those of you with back spine issues, osteoporosis of the spine, hyperkyphosis, which is the hunched appearance. I wouldn't come down that way at all, all right? And then for the rest of us who don't have any of those issues, but kind of strong abs and strong low back, you can bring the legs out in front. I'm going to come a little more forward so I'm not too far back for you. And the feet are pointed down, so it's a plantar flexion, arms out in front, belly button is in, and just take your time to roll down onto your backs. I like to automatically bring the knees up into the chest, hands behind the knees, and I'm just gently rocking from side to side just to release that lower back. So here we go. I'm going to bend the inside knee, foot flat on the floor. Here's the dorsiflexed foot on the outside leg. And I'm puffing up the chest, pressing down on the entire length of the arm, the forearms, the wrist palms. I push down on the inside leg to help lift the opposite. So what I'm doing is I'm not touching the floor because I want a little bit more resistance, a little more work. But if you need to touch the floor, you do it. The breath is in and out through the nose. You exhale on the effort, which is raising, lifting the leg. And you want to pause at the peak of the contraction right here. Notice I only bring knee to the height of the opposite knee and slowly down. Now to release that whole area, particularly those hip flexor muscles, I like to do this little windshield wiper movement. Then we're going to take it to the opposite side. Dorsiflexion, push down to lift the opposite. It's kind of like the concept of opposite movement in yoga going on at all times. I do like to apply that to the strength training. Your choice whether or not to touch the floor. Pause at the peak of the contraction. Exhale as you lift. I'm thinking lengthening through my heel to lift and lower. Relax it and windshield wiper, side to side. Now, I'm going to slide over my pillow, bringing the loop around the feet here. I'm going to bring it around the ankle of the outside leg and the arch of the inside leg. Okay, and coming down. This is why we want to have this pillow under your head, folks, so that that low back can drop down and not be like this doing the exercise. So we come up, exhale. Now it's a totally different height, yes? But that's appropriate because the legs are straight out, both of them. I'm going to go for one more. That might be 6. That's okay. And lower down. I'm going to bring them in and change it up. Arch of the outside sneaker ankle of the inside. Push down, puff up chest. Here we go. Now, one side may be stronger than the other. Not unusual. I'm going to go for one more. And bring them in. You can do your windshield wiper if you need. Now, I'm going to roll over to the side to come on up here. I'm always going to roll in the direction opposite of the microphone. So I'm going to put on my adjustable ankle weights. These are super old. Somebody gave me these. These are really old, but they're great. They're old Reebok ankle weights. And I believe they have 1.25 pound increments, which is why I like adjustable weights for wrists and ankles, because they're not huge increments. And you can remove the weights and wash the cuffs, which is nice. So be careful here. Now I'm going to get rid of this. And I'll show you why in a moment. I'm going to roll down this way only because I've got 10 pounds down there. I want to make sure I'm fully on camera. Yes. Okay. Keeping the inside leg, that knee bent, extend, dorsiflex, and here we go. Now, when I do the straight leg raises on my own, this is what I use. I don't go higher than 5 pounds on this. It's a nasty exercise, but it's great. Particularly good also for people with knee issues. I'm going to go for one more repetition, which might be 6. And slowly down. Easy, because you've got the weight here. So careful with the windshield wiper. Be gentle with it. And now, outside knee is bent. Inside is straight. Two more. I'm actually going to go for 2 more now because I did 6. And here's 6. Ugh. And slowly down. Windshield wiper. I'm going to roll over to the side. Now in yoga, we say to roll over to the right side, I believe it is. I don't know. I've been teaching, just roll over to whichever side is best for you. Anyhow, that's what we have for you today, folks, here at Have It Your Way Workouts. And please, if you find value to the work here, I would really appreciate you subscribing, because you see, YouTube will release the videos to more people as they see the subscribers going up. So right now we have 420, which I really appreciate. I'm looking for 430. It would be so helpful. And also, please feel free to share the videos, give it a kind comment. And don't forget to hit this notification bell so you can be reminded of when I post new work. And also, if you're interested in working with me privately, as a senior fitness consultant, I do personal fitness training and also hatha yoga, both done virtually, only remotely online. And I also teach the opposite end of the spectrum, prenatal yoga. And on site, where I do come to you in the Fort Lauderdale area of Florida, I am a licensed massage therapist. I do specialize in geriatric massage. I also do palliative care, but opposite end of the spectrum, I do deep tissue as well and Swedish massage. So until next time, eat your greens, eat your beans, drink your water, and be well. Thanks so much.